Hernan Cortes is remembered for conquering the Aztec Empire and also for being the first governor of New Spain.
Hernan Cortes was born around 1485 in Medellin, Spain, to a noble family.
Hernan Cortes left Spain in 1504 for Hispaniola and then ends up in Cuba in 1511.
Cortes convinced the Cuban governor to appoint him captain general of a large expedition to establish a colony in Mexico in 1518.
In Mexico, Cortes establishes Veracruz and has himself elected as the captain general.
Cortes chose to scuttle his ships so that there would not be a turning back to Cuba.
At the time, what is now Mexico was governed by the Aztecs, and Cortes set out for their capital, Tenochtitlan.
When he arrives in the capital, he meets Moctezuma, the emperor of the Aztec Empire, gives him gifts, and then promptly takes him hostage.
Cortes was distracted, however, when he learned that the Cuban governor sent a force to confront him, leaving Pedro de Alvarado in charge of Tenochtitlan while he dealt with this new threat. Cortes took the Cuban commander hostage and then convinced the troops to switch sides and join him.
When Hernan Cortes returns to Tenochtitlan, he finds Tenochtitlan up in arms because Pedro de Alvarado, during his absence, massacred several priests, committed atrocities.
Cortes insisted that Montezuma intervene. Montezuma faced the rioting crowds and was killed by a rock thrown by protesters.
The Spanish are then driven from the city with considerable losses in what is called the Noche Triste, or sad night. And Cortes then is forced to regroup.
With the help of many native allies who did not like the Aztecs, Cortes returned to Tenochtitlan in 1521, laid siege to the city, and finally conquered it.
In 1523, Cortes is named the Captain General of New Spain and Governor of Mexico.
Eventually, Cortes returned to exploring. He traveled through Central America and discovered California. In 1541, he retired to his estate in Sevilla, Spain, and died on December 2nd, 1547.
Cortes's legacy is a complex one. On one hand, he is the conqueror of Mexico. He brought and extended the Spanish Empire, but from the indigenous point of view, he was a mass murderer.
Conquering the Aztec Empire led to the destruction of one of the greatest civilizations that was known in the world at that time.
Mark Twain is now thought of as America's first celebrity because he was so good at capturing the public imagination, and it became important to him to have a public image.